Hello guys, hope you all are doing good today. Welcome to ID Talk TV. In the last 24 hours, a lot has really happened in the world of football and in the transfer market precisely. So in this video, I'll be taking you around the latest happening in the transfer window. And in this video, I'll be taking you through the latest on Xavi Simons, Tyreek George, Alejandro Garnacho, and the latest development on Fermin Lopez with Chelsea. Okay, stay tuned. Let's dive into it and check out some of the latest happening, beginning with Xavi Simons. The RB Leipzig CEO, talking about Oliver Mansleaf, have actually come out to say his own side and the situations regarding Xavi Simons. Let's take a look at the report from Sky Sport with Philip Enzi. Most recently, Red Bull CEO Oliver Mansleaf got involved in the negotiation over Xavi Simons. Mansleaf reached out to Chelsea for talks. The outcome: Chelsea must offload players before they can make a formal offer for the Dutchman. At the moment, only a player swap is feasible. For example, involving Nkunku, Leipzig price tag remains 70 million euro in all. Only a few days remain to get the deal done. Chelsea still need to offload players in order to complete the deal. The CEO went on to say, Red Bull CEO Oliver Mansleaf on a potential Xavi deal. There are certainly talks and, of course, interested parties, but it has to be the right fit for all sides. And if that happens, then it's certainly possible that there could be a departure. And if it doesn't happen, then Xavi Simons will be an RB Leipzig player this season. Interesting. The twist in all of this is what I'm trying to put one and two together to get. It's good to know that the CEO of RB Leipzig, talking about Oliver Mansleaf, has actually come out and he said he actually made contact with Chelsea and there was talk. And he confirmed that there is a deal in place for Xavi Simons. But Chelsea have made it known that they have to offload Christopher Nkunku before they can make an official offer for Xavi Simons, which is not a bad idea. And the CEO went on to say, the transfer market is just about a few days to go, and the only option for a deal to happen is a swap deal. That Xavi Simons' asking price by the club remains 70 million euros, and Chelsea, on the other hand, has placed a price tag on Christopher Nkunku as £40 million. So, I think it is possible for a swap deal to take place, and in all of this, I think RB Leipzig will still be the one to still benefit in all. It will be a win for RB Leipzig. And how can this happen? It's a very simple swap, in my opinion. You are requesting 70 million euro for Xavi Simons. Chelsea is requesting 40 million pounds for Christopher Nkunku. What's there? Let's do the check and balance, and the deal is done. Why all this trying to say I want it separately, and I don't get it? Alternatively, RB Leipzig can go for Christopher Nkunku on loan with an obligation to buy. They will still be on the winning side, except Chelsea further beat down the asking price of 70 million euro from RB Leipzig, and that is why I think possibly RB Leipzig will feel maybe they don't actually get anything out of the contract. But then, as the transfer window is still open with less than 4 days to the end of the window, we'll see how this is going to play out. But where I will be disappointed with Chelsea, if nobody has actually said this, I am going to say it now. Xavi Simons have been in Chelsea radar since July. And when Chelsea indicated interest on Xavi Simons immediately said yes to Chelsea project. And ever since then, the player has been keen on a move to Chelsea. He has been trying to even force his move out of RB Leipzig to join Chelsea, to the point that Xavi Simons at one point had to remove anything RB Leipzig from his Instagram bio. And with all of this happening now, that should both parties could not reach any agreement, Xavi Simons could remain RB Leipzig player this season until next summer, as said by the CEO. I mean, to me, it's going to be painful on the side of the player. But I wish to see a deal happen before the transfer window closes. Okay, let's head back to Chelsea and look at the latest development that is happening on Fermin Lopez. Because in the last couple of hours, news upon news have broke out. And let's take a look at the happening with Fermin Lopez. Check this out from London First. Chelsea consider Fermin Lopez deal as a Xavi Simons alternative. No club-to-club contact yet. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Could it be that from the statement of RB Leipzig CEO, Chelsea are now beginning to seek an alternative, and they have actually identified Fermin Lopez as an alternative for Xavi Simons' move? Okay, let's go into it. Let's get into the detail. Check this. Chelsea informed Barcelona that their manager Enzo Maresca spoke to Fermin Lopez 2 times. Barcelona tried to confirm this by calling Lopez, but he did not pick up all day. This sounds crazy, man. Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca actually had talks with Fermin Lopez, and that was communicated to Barcelona, and Barcelona have tried to reach out to their own player, which definitely will be part of the training, possibly this morning, since this happened yesterday. And you can confirm if that was true. Why trying to raise the panic button all by yourself, putting calls upon calls to the player, and you said the player was not picking up? Man, it's funny. But let's see how this development is still going on. Check this out from Fabrizio Romano. Direct contact today between Chelsea and Fermin Lopez agent, confirming actually there was talk with Fermin Lopez. Chelsea started asking questions. How is it going at Barcelona? How is the contract situation? What is the salary? What is the salary? Would he be open to leaving? No bid so far, but the conversation happened. Fabrizio Romano just confirmed that conversation actually happened, trying to ask Fermin Lopez about his contract situation, if also he will be open to leaving Barcelona. But so far, nothing concrete, no talks between clubs, and that is the report coming in from Fabrizio Romano. Fabrizio Romano went on to say this: Chelsea like Fermin Lopez, but who doesn't like Fermin Lopez? He's an attacking midfielder, just like Xavi Simons, and he can also play as a winger. Okay, no bid, formal proposal, or anything club to club. Barca and Fermin haven't opened any doors as of now. Chelsea are working on Xavi Simons and Garnacho. These are the priorities. And this is coming from Fabrizio Romano, talking about the transfer specialist and expert. He confirmed in his previous report that conversation between Chelsea and Fermin Lopez actually took place. But currently, as it stands, there is no bid, there is no club-to-club discussion. Barcelona and Fermin Lopez have not actually met to say that the door is open for any move. But as it stands, Xavi Simons and Alejandro Garnacho are the priorities Chelsea is having to actually see through before the transfer window closes. Okay, Fabrizio Romano went on to say, Chelsea want to have Xavi Simons and Garnacho. These are the 2 players as of now. Garnacho will happen. Xavi waiting for Nkunku to leave and get the green light. I will be here to tell you if Chelsea make an approach for Fermin, not just something in the press. So karma on that one. All what Fabrizio Romano has reported and what he's trying to say is that there is no panic anywhere. Chelsea priorities remain Alejandro Garnacho and Xavi Simons. He went on to confirm that Alejandro Garnacho's deal will happen. And for Xavi Simons, Chelsea is waiting to offload Nkunku. And once Nkunku is being offloaded, it will be a year we go for Xavi Simons. But so far, karma, he placed down the talk that nothing serious on Fermin Lopez, nothing serious. Chelsea priority remains Alejandro Garnacho and Xavi Simons. But that didn't go down with some of the journalists. And here is what Gerard Romero have to say. If you think the Fermin Lopez to Chelsea rumor is just smoke, you can take a walk, get some fresh air, and ignore this news. It is disrespectful to journalists to keep saying it's a lie, it's smoke. This news has even been confirmed by the Athletics. In other words, what Gerard Romero is trying to say is that even the Athletics have reported this news. And it is really disrespectful for some journalists to talk down on reports as this. So, what he's trying to say is like countering what Fabrizio Romano have actually reported initially. Fabrizio Romano said, as of now, no club-to-club talk, no conversation between Barcelona and Fermin Lopez if the door is open for a move or if the player will want to move. So, Fabrizio Romano played down that report. So, and here, Gerard Romero is saying, if you think there is no conversation or the deal is nothing was discussed about Fermin Lopez, then you can take a walk and get some fresh air. So we're going to see how this will play out in the coming days between Chelsea and Fermin Lopez. But what do you make of the development? Do you actually see Fermin Lopez as an alternative to Xavi Simons? Even though Xavi Simons' deal, nothing concrete has actually come out to say the deal is called off. What do you make of the situation? Drop it down below in the comment section. Okay, let's head over to St. James's Park and get the latest on none other than Alexander Isak. So here's the latest coming from St. James's Park regarding Alexander Isak. This is what Fabrizio Romano had to say. Alexander Isak maintains clear stance since July. He wants Liverpool move. No changes after recent talk. Liverpool Football Club ready to bid again if Newcastle open doors to exit. Story remains in Newcastle United Football Club hands, but Isak still hopes for Anfield move ASAP. ASAP. Liverpool still wants Alexander Isak, there is no doubt. And Alexander Isak, on the other hand, is keen on a move to Anfield. But like Liverpool said, everything is in the hands of Newcastle Football United. And Liverpool are ready to go in for an improved offer if Newcastle United open the door for the bid. So let's see how this is going to play out. Check the next report. This is from Telegraph. Exclusive, Alexander Isak tells Newcastle he still want to leave after new talks with Saudi owners. And that's just actually true. This report came out yesterday. Alexander Isak met with the Newcastle owner, talking about the Saudi group, Yasser Al Marayan. I guess I pronounced that well. And Isak maintained his stance that he still wants to leave the club. Now, take a look at the latest report from Ben Jacobs regarding Alexander Isak's situation. Check this out. Alexander Isak has no plans to reintegrate or play for Newcastle United again. This has been made clear in meetings for months. Player position may not change at all, but certainly not with the window open. Isak will only consider a softened stand if Liverpool tell him a move is not possible this summer. Liverpool Football Club won't offer anywhere close to £150 million if a second bid arrives. Club know they are the only suitor and will stick to their valuation should a deal present itself this week. Alexander Isak has stated that there is no way he will want to reintegrate himself back into the team with Newcastle United. And it is quite understandable because, in my opinion, the relationship between Alexander Isak and Newcastle United have gone sour. I don't know how the club is going to see it if the transfer market closes and Isak did not make that move. How are you going to play a player who is not happy? How are you going to use a player that even the fans, that is the Newcastle United fans, will no longer see his value? I mean, like Isak stated in his statement released after the PFA award night, he said, when trust is broken, the relationship can no longer stand. And what is best for both parties is to go separate ways. And I hope Newcastle United will definitely look in that direction. Get in the money, collect the money from Liverpool Football Club and get your choice striker. The pursuit of Lassen of Wolves is still there. You still have Nicholas Jackson on your short list. Go in and get one of the striker and the club will be at ease. Instead of having a player in your team that is not happy, that might end up actually dividing the dressing room because some players might not actually want to see Alexander Isak despite all of these outbursts in the media. So it's left for Newcastle United. The ball is in Newcastle United court to actually take a decision. So we'll see how this will play out in the coming days. What do you make of the situation regarding Alexander Isak? He has informed the club again that there is no way he's going to be reintegrate himself into the team. So what is your stance on this situation? Drop your comment down below. Okay, let's take a look at the latest concerning Alejandro Garnacho. Check this out from Ben Jacob. Chelsea expected to sign Alejandro Garnacho despite seeing multiple bids rejected. Club likely to reach an agreement this week. Plans in place with Garnacho. Chelsea Football Club focus on other outgoing as well, including Tyreek George to AS Roma. That's interesting. I think from every angle, it is 100% clear that Alejandro Garnacho will be a Chelsea player before the transfer market closes. So we'll see how that also will play out in the coming days. Yesterday, AS Roma have actually upped their move for Tyreek George, and there was a meeting with AS Roma. Here's the outcome of the meeting with AS Roma yesterday concerning Tyreek George. AS Roma had positive talks with Tyreek George camp in London today. That was yesterday. George can join AS Roma as on a permanent deal with every sell-on clause. Talks are underway. Exclusive story confirmed. It is now confirmed that AS Roma are interested in the player, and also Tyreek George is keen on the move, but they are going to get in on a permanent basis and also with heavy sell-on clause involved in the deals. So we are going to see how many percentage will that sell-on clause be. Chelsea have been very good when it comes to striking business, but in my opinion, if I'm happy if Derek George is going on a permanent, I must tell you I'm not, because it's a young lad with lots of talent, lots of potential for the Chelsea Football Club. But we hope to see how that happens in the near future. Probably after joining AS Roma, he could possibly come back. One day Chelsea could actually go for him and get him back to Stamford Bridge. Okay, let's end on this final note. Take a look at this report coming from Ben Jacob. Chelsea legend will take on Liverpool legend at Stamford Bridge on Saturday, 11th October. The match formed part of Chelsea's 120th anniversary celebration. Roberto Di Matteo and John Terry both involved. Game to support the Chelsea Foundation and the Chelsea Players Trust. This is great to see, man. Chelsea legend and Liverpool legend will clash on the 11th of October to mark a milestone of 120 years of Chelsea existence. From 1905 to 2025 is a huge one, and the club has been waxing stronger and stronger season in, season out. It's good to see, and we're going to see those great legends that did great things for their respective clubs again. And it will be back. It will be very good to see JT on the pitch again, doing those things he knows how to do very well. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Catch you in my next video. Bye.